Hello, one and all. Tonight I will be drawing the robot from Lost in Space. I'm thinking of doing two of them. I'm thinking of doing the original and from the one from the most recent Netflix. I'm thinking of putting them both on the same page. So hopefully this will go well. Hopefully I won't get lost. So I guess just to start now. Put this up. And we've invited some people in, so when people get here is when they get here. And after we're done doing the robot from Lost in Space, we'll color the Sailor Moon from yesterday. So one robot should be fairly simple because its design is not all that complicated. Now the new one. I thought about adding the third one from the movie that they did a few years back. But I've yet to. Well, I could have got reference easy enough. There was reference for him, but I don't know. So it's just might be a little easier. Uh, Easier now. Okay, now there's going to be. I'm just getting the basic stuff for this body. This is really old school. So seems it's a lonely Friday night. And we will be lost. We'll get lost in this kerfuffle of drawing. Oh wow, we got 4 people watching me. Cool. Well, how is everybody out there watching? I hope you are doing fine. I hope you've had a good day. Try to make out some of the details on this. Oh, we got 5 watching. Cool. This is definitely going to be a bit of a. It's difficult, but it's not difficult. It's just so mundane. Plain. It's not at all what I'm used to drawing. It's a difference. I'd almost say it's like drawing a transformer, but it's not even. Transformers are better to draw. They're harder, but there's something to them. Cool, 6 people watching. Like I said, if you guys got anything to say, ask, or whatever, feel free. I do my best to answer any questions. His name was Robbie. Robbie the robot. Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! His also famous line. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Oh, hello, gamer. How are you? Not a lot of people here yet tonight, but hopefully that'll change over the next little while. Let's see. Too bad my friend just finished a Drawn and Tortured. Oh, oh man, that would have been neat to see. I gotta watch one of those. I should come in and try and draw worse, or not worse, whatever. You know what I mean. Try and draw bad on purpose. Something I find hard to do. Draw bad on purpose. I know I'm not the best, but you know. You're probably better than all of us. Laugh out loud. Yeah, but see on that show, it's the worst person that's the best. Drawn and tortured. It's whoever can draw the worst that's the best. It's the best of the worst. The worst of the worst. Worst of the worst is the best. something like that. Yeah, it's just who the audience enjoyed the most. Yeah, for sure. Who they got tortured from the most? I guess losing in that one is an honor. They're saying you're not the worst person, the worst drawer on the stream tonight. I think I tortured them the most and still got no votes tonight. Laugh out loud. Skinny Ninja won. Cool. Skinny Ninja. How Skinny Ninja is the Skinny Ninja. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Let's see. Gotta go, my friend. Just stopping by to say hi. Okay, cool. Just make sure to hit that like button on the way out, please, and thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guess everybody's out tonight with it being Friday, doing whatever. And also, if you're still there, be sure to share out to anybody that on your Twitter and stuff. Aloha, Manny. How are you? Hey, Trusty. How are you? I'm gonna have to move this so I can see it. We're actually getting some info in here. Not much. Just trying to draw the robot from both. I'm gonna try and draw both robots from Lost in Space. Uh, the Netflix series and the original series. That is to be precise. I might try and do the one from the movie eventually, but hey, Mouther. I reckon I am having dinner. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Well, if you want to come in after you're eating dinner, feel free, my friend. P.S. Meltzer. Just in the meantime, if you can hit that share button and maybe the like button as well, it would be very much appreciated. Between the two series and the movie, which do you like or dislike? I found them all right personally. I know my mom is more only a fan of the original series. What's it would stop? I don't mind the original series. I haven't watched all of it. I would like to catch it from the beginning. Trusty Six. I know people. I know some people did not like the Netflix Lost in Space, but I really did. Yeah, I personally did like it. I thought it was a I thought it was a better reboot than um, the movie. Yeah. Good dog. Hey, trusty people, I'm at Pope Rogue's Christmas show at school. Cool. It says don't come on and show us some video, but
Ahoy, hoy.
hey, John, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You want to see what I'm drawing?
Sure, but see something there. I'm not sure
I am
what.
I am drawing an aerial view of a town, a town square,
Cool.
a cobblestone town square from the Tudor era. What you doing?
All right. I'm trying to draw I think it's Robbie the robot from drawing the original Lost in Space robot, and then I'm gonna try and draw the Netflix series robot right beside him.
Very cool.
And I know there's the one from the movies that I'm not going to include, but oh well.
One from what movie?
There was a Lost in Space movie, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Do you not remember that, John?
No, not at all.
Huh. Oh, well.
Oh my goodness. Did you see my channel?
No.
I am at 300 subscribers.
300. Wow. Cool. Trusty Sidekick says, I thought it looked like a landscape plan, John. And of course,
A little bit, yeah.
Miss Gaming the System says, that's racist, Trusty Sidekick.
What did he say?
Well, both whole landscape plan, you being Mexican.
Oh, damn it. I didn't even put that together. Who said that?
You said that.
Trusty Sidekick. Hey, Terrence. Trusty Sidekick said it, and then your wife put it together.
What is it? Oh, God. Are you going to show us what you're drawing today, Terrence, or no?
Yeah. Once I get the I was drawing last time.
Let's see. Dot says something, Mandy said, you can't put on the sound, so Rick, can you rip on me?
Is your sister still in the room?
He said he can't.
You gotta wait till Rick finishes talking before you start talking, Mighty Geek. You see how I'm talking right now, and you start talking right in the middle when other people are talking, and it sounds like gibberish.
I was.
It's fine now. Nobody's talking. You can talk now.
No, I was asking you, was your sister still around?
She's I don't know where she went.
Okay, let's see.
Rachel, where are you?
Good Dog saying we can rip on him and he won't even know it because he's got no audio at the moment. Yeah, but you'd know later when you listen to it again. So
yeah.
Not that you can hear that. Trusty Sidekick says, yep, the movie starred William Hurt, Mimi Rogers, and Matt LeBlanc. Santa Ravenson says, can someone show feet, please? Trusty Sidekick says, hey, I'm an architect. I know what I'm talking about. Laugh out loud. Good Dog says, don't delete Raven. Okay, nobody's talking about deleting Raven. Miss Gaming the System says, hey, John. Mighty Geek Studio says, hi to your mom and sister. Good Dog says, hi, Miss GTS. And Melter says, I'll be in a bit. So we are now all caught up with the chat for about 5 seconds. So you've had a good day. I saw you were on earlier. I never caught it. I was out myself. How'd that go? Your stream, John?
I'm sorry, you talking to me?
Yeah, I said, how'd your stream go earlier?
Oh, it was good. I was drawing. Well, it's right here actually. I was painting the picture for this one right here for Eric Bieberbach, the Mad Max.
Ah, cool.
It came out not too bad, I think. But why is it? Is it not focusing?
It looks good in the chat.
Why my life?
It looks good.
No, I'm looking at the YouTube and it's looking like trash.
It looked good in mine. It looks good in mine.
What is going on? Let me go fix my camera real quick. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
For what?
How come you don't like gospel music, Rick?
I never said I didn't like gospel music.
You're making fun of me right now for singing gospel music.
You say, can you get a witness? I asked for what?
And you are making fun of him.
I'm not making fun of nobody. He asked the question.
Even though it wasn't intentional, but you are doing it.
Oh, I see. I got the autofocus turned off. And I have to turn it back on, turn it back off, and then recalibrate it to the distance it is away from this board here. There we go. Doesn't that look so much better?
Let's see.
Turn the camera on and we'll find out.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's see.
Can you see it, Mr. Paper?
Yeah.
This is it washes it all out though. You can't even see the color because there's blue in the sky and all kinds of. Well, it looks really good on Twitter.
It looks good in the chat here too, as for on my tablet.
Let me see. That kind of looks better like that from the side. Anyway, I think it looks good.
Yeah. Whoever it's for will be well pleased, I'm sure.
That's for Eric Bieberbach. He's the only person that pays attention in my channel, so he was able to answer all the trivia questions first in the chat.
Well, yeah. I was able to answer them all, too.
No, you weren't. You had to go look them up.
No. I was trying to give them to Bob.
Why are you cheating? Why are you cheating on my channel, Rick?
I was trying to game the system for him.
Oh, okay, then that worked.
But I didn't give it to him exactly. I just said, here's where it is. Go look it up. You figure it out for yourself.
Oh.
I showed him the exact spot to go look.
P.S. Melter is in the room. Shh, be careful.
Hey, guys. What did I walk into? It's like everybody's getting loud.
It's Friday night. I don't know. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
We can't be low T all week. We have to get it going someday.
Oops.
That's true.
Who's in a hurricane over there?
That'd be Melter.
No, that would be. I think the hurricanes are finally over with, probably. No, if there were hurricanes, I'd be 3 sheets to the wind, waving my flag in the air like some of these other weird guys that do it. I mean, that.
My
No,
goodness,
that
I'm
really
gonna have to turn my headphones off. I can't take it.
Let's see. We hear flags flapping in the wind.
No, that really happened. Some dude came over here when the hurricane hit, and he was just like out in like his Daisy Dukes, waving the American flag while the wind's blowing against him.
Okay. Okay. What? Don't delete Raven. Yeah. He says don't delete Raven, and then he does it.
Wait, who does what?
Oh, the good dog says not to delete Raven, and then he goes and deletes, gives her a timeout, or him or her a timeout. West Gaming the System. Don't you have sequential art to do, Dillard?
Ooh, burn.
Good dog says, "How did I time you out? I'm on my iPhone. I'm so sorry, Raven. Do you know why I pushed? What I pushed? Yeah, you pushed your name and then you said time out.
Wow.
Manny can't stop timing out people. I don't know what his problem is.
So, John, did you finally see the trailer?
What trailer? No, I didn't see it.
Still haven't seen it, really.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Well, finally.
For the new Endgame.
I don't know, when I brought it up with Rick, he was like, I don't want to talk about that.
Triggered Rick.
Oh, when did you bring this up with me?
None of your business.
Manny says, "Ooh, Mrs. GTS telling John to get to work."
Yeah, she talks a lot.
Yeah.
The question is, does John listen?
You're still here.
What do you think?
No, I said, but you're still here.
What happened, Mighty Geek?
No, I said, you're still here, even though she's cracking the whip. What's that about?
Yeah.
Well, she's cracking the whip about doing art. That's what he's doing here, art.
I think she's more interested in the book he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but he needs to get his commissions out of the way first.
Yeah.
That way it's not hanging over his head. And
my commissions are all done. They just haven't been shipped out yet.
And nobody's beating him down. Where's my commission? Where's my commission?
Did you finish the Spider-Man, Rick?
No, not yet.
Did you finish the Cyclops?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's see it. Oh, let me show you my Cyclops. I finished mine.
Yeah, his Cyclops is awesome.
Where'd that thing go? It's a cheese knife. Okay. Here we go. There's my Cyclops.
Gonna find the right sketch pad that it's in.
So did you see my time-lapse drawing video, Rick?
Not yet.
Which one?
Why haven't you watched it? It's like 2 minutes long.
Which one?
Or maybe I did.
It's just a time lapse of me drawing Batman.
Oh,
Oh, well, I've seen that one. That one.
there's
like
my
a
Cyclops.
it's like a 15, 20-minute sketch that that I'd like bump down to like 2 minutes or 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just gonna put some inks in that. Are we supposed to be coloring the Cyclopses or not?
If you want to.
I mean, I advertise it as pencils and inks. If you want to color it, that's up to you.
Uh,
But it is going to be going all the way to the Great Down Under. So
yeah, I heard.
if you and we also have a new patron. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, we have a new patron
At which level?
at the $10 level.
Ooh. So we actually get to choose next time, as long as they're still there.
That's correct. And that would be
And since-
January.
And since Rizzy already got one, I guess we know who we're choosing.
That's right.
Is it all right to reveal whom this new patron is, or
I don't know. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. But well, I mean, well, maybe if they're in the chat, they can say yes or no.
I don't know whether they're in the chat or not. Let's see.
You're leaving? Okay. Well, I'll see you later. Thank you for coming down.
Of course. Oh, let me give you your. Can I give you your card?
No, you didn't give me my card. Give me my bank card.
Let me get out.
Hello, Rachel. Not that you can hear me. That's Rachel, right? Sister.
Yeah, that is Rachel. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Let's
See,
see.
Rachel.
She says a goodbye.
Okay, John, get to work. The trail. Rizzy's saying the trailer was lame. Good Dog says, Raven, I will give you back a wrench tonight on my show. You have been a good little girl this season. Raven says, laugh out loud. And then says, cool, thank you, Manny. Rizzy says, that's bloody amazing. Love it. Probably your Cyclops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Gaming says, System says, Rick doesn't have time for you, John. Good Dog says, being in this church is making me have a very forgiving feeling coming over me. Well, that's a good thing. John, Manny. Raven says, hi, Miss Gaming System. Miss Gaming System says, laugh out loud. I was going to say, Good Dog Press, you're being very kind to Raven. Miss Gaming System says, hi, Raven. Sent to Raven, really. Good Dog says, I might even give Rick the link to my show later. Cool. Miss Gaming System says, John, are you drawing something interesting now? Good Dog says, Rosie is awesome when she talks about John. Laugh out loud. And Missy says, I love both of them. That's the Cyclopses, and we are all caught up with the chat for about 5 seconds. I always say that. I always caught up for about 5 seconds. Sometimes I vary the time that I say. Hey, Miss Gaming the System, laugh out loud. I feel like trolling him today, too. Your wife wants to troll you. How does that make you feel, John?
It doesn't make me feel any particular way, one way or another. She is a very small aspect of my life, and trying to spend too much time thinking about one thing or another.
And then there was one.
Yeah.
Good Dog says, I bet you troll him every day. Does she troll you every day?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Do you find this a good thing?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I need somebody to keep a fire under me because I get lazy and I get complacent and I start wanting to do only what I want to do and I forget that I have obligations and I need somebody to tell me that I have obligations that need to be met.
Yeah. Okay, so dumb question. What happened this morning?
I was busy buying a new program and figuring out the program so that I could make speed drawing videos that you didn't watch, even though it was only 2 minutes long.
Didn't even know you did it yet. Nothing told me.
Well, I tweeted it out.
Uh,
No, it's just a little sketch of like I couldn't figure out what to do. I was like I needed to record a video, so I was like, oh okay, let's draw a Batman headshot or something. But it's a that's because I needed something so that I can try to manipulate the video on the program. It's called, what's that program called? Filmora.
Yeah, Filmora. I know it.
Yeah, so there's only a little bit of money to buy it, so you don't have any watermarks on the videos.
Yeah.
And so I picked that one, and I learned how to use it this morning. And yeah, I didn't go to bed till late, till like 11 o'clock, because I was using it, and then got up around 2 o'clock to do my own video. So I'm not like being lazy. I'm just like running behind because I'm trying to do a lot of things. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good Dog says somebody's got to keep him in line. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. And then your wife says he's an easy target. Laugh out loud. Thank you.
Who's an easy target? Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your wife says you're an easy target.
Yeah, everybody loves razzing on me. I don't know why.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. You're an easy target and it's fun.
Because you razz on everybody else.
I think my face just brings out the inner comedian in everybody.
Possibly.
Well, just be fun, and then eventually just get on each other's skin for just a little bit, enough to be like 5-minute block.
Yeah, you were really getting blocked last night.
I know, man. He was getting crazy. You ever see like a kid with Down syndrome and he's like starts laughing a lot and he drools out of his teeth? That's like Manny when he bans people right there. He's like, oh my god, you guys, listen, peoples. This is my channel.
Oh god.
He cracks himself up with the banning. But I gotta keep talking all this trash because he ignores the chat completely. So if I talk a bunch of trash, then he has to look at the chat to make sure I'm not in there. Ugh.
And then he gets on everybody else for ignoring the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That when he does it most.
Come on, Eileen to the right. Come on, Eileen to the right.
It's okay when I do it, but not when you do it.
When who does what? What? Singing?
No, ignores the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear myself talking. I like it.
You like the sound of your own voice?
Yeah.
Narcissism, John.
You don't like the sound of your own voice, Rick?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like the sound of your own voice, even, I mean, change it.
Yeah, change it to this. How do you like it?
I mean, if you don't like your own voice, I mean, then you probably got to work on your self-esteem a little bit.
All right, I'll give it about 350 for that self-esteem.
Oh my goodness. Oi.
Boy.
So, how you going on your story, Rick?
Heard it?
How are you doing on your story?
Good.
All right, I guess I just shut my mouth then.
I haven't. Unfortunately, I haven't. I got my idea. I just haven't sat down in front of the computer.
Yeah, you got to start. You got to start making that a priority, though,
Yeah.
because this book is very important.
Yes, I know. Well, the first 3 pages are the same in both stories, so
And
technically, if you guys are all right with that, I can, start. I could even start drawing those while doing stuff. But once I have the story done, like I said, I'll start drawing it live on air. I've got boards already. I had them before we even thought of the idea. So
I know my wife keeps telling me to do sequential artwork. She wants me to submit artwork to that.
the John Malin thing.
Yeah, the John Malin talent search, the Comicsgate talent search.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I got a lot of things to do this holiday season.
Yeah, I thought about submitting something to that too myself, but it just puts one more thing on. So Raven says, "I have a beautiful voice." Rick has a beautiful voice. Reminds me of Yoko Ono. I can see how it does. In other words, I know I have a terrible voice. I'm not put down by that in the least.
Look at her, and she says, "Yes, he's so busy, yet he's making cobblestone tiles."
Uh-oh. Ouch.
Man, he says, it's 6 o'clock, a dog course, the kids aren't even in church yet. It's going to be a long night. Why did autocorrect put dog in my sentence? I have no idea. Did you mean God, not dog?
What he was trying to say was, and of course. It's 6 o'clock, and of course, the kids aren't even in church yet.
You know, when Malin first showed the whole thing about I need a writer and I need an artist, like, I thought about that even as just as a writer. I was like, And I was like, you know what? I don't want to write someone else's comic or do any of that. I was like, eh.
No, being in that project it would be a big boon for anyone. Like even me. Like if I was in Malin's project, that means that Malin would probably have me on his show a lot more often. I would be a more established name in the community. It would be beneficial. But the fact is, I cannot, because he wants the artist that wins to do a 30-page story, because he wants 60 additional pages and he's getting 2 artists. So it's going to be 30 pages and 30 pages. So, I mean, 30 pages, even if I have all the way until February or March to do that, that's a lot of damn pages on top of all the pages I have to do already for my own book.
Yeah, which is, again, probably close to 30.
Yeah.
You'd have to push your book back just to do what Malin wants you to do.
Yeah, and I just can't do that. I got too many people on this book, and I cannot push the book back.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if it was your own book.
Yeah, but this is a collaboration. This is like a whole bunch of people's stories here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be one thing if it was just yours and nobody else was involved.
Yeah, and the thing is, the book hasn't even came out, so Graveyard Shift 1 isn't even out, and you'd have to be caught up to speed about every single little character before even having a book in your hand, because unless they're going to give you a digital copy, to read.
Well, Mrs. Gaming the System, if you'd be okay with me wearing like house shoes all day long and not going to work and just working on comic books in the garage, I would be more than happy to go ahead and submit.
I don't think she'll let you do that.
She's calling me lazy, lazy, lazy. So yes, a professional comic book artist can do about a page a day.
Mm-hmm.
Except
Yeah,
that I
pretty
work
much.
full time. I work a 60-hour to 70-hour work week. So I cannot do the same thing that a person that has, 10 hours a day to work on drawings can do.
Yeah, people were giving like Donald DeLay flack because he's like, well, I work on the comic when I can, but if my wife's working and I got the kids, I'm not going to draw. I'm going to spend time with my family.
Well, people do need to give him shit for that because that's his job. He needs to hire a sitter.
Yeah.
No.
Or like when he takes his wife on a date or something.
Yeah, you take your wife on a date, that's fine. But if you're getting whole work days and just throwing them away because you want to spend time with your kids, I don't know. It's kind of hippie talk right there.
Well, if it was you, what would you do?
I would do my job. That's all. Like I would love to stay home and spend time with my daughter, but I unfortunately have to go to work. So I go to work, and somebody else watches her, and I get to see pictures of her doing milestones, and that sucks. But she needs food, so I got to go to work.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
I guess it
I
all
get other
depends
people
on-
saying, "Oh, she giggled for the first time." Well, that's great. I wish I could have saw that, but whatever.
I think it all also depends on the living for other people. Like, can you afford it or not? And I don't know. I don't know his situation.
No, I mean I can afford to have her in a sitter. I mean the thing is, I cannot afford to not work.
Yeah.
I don't got it like that. We unfortunately when we bought our house, we decided to stay in our own area. So we have our support network. I have my mother. She has her mother and her father. You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
they all are begging. They're begging to watch the kid. You know what I mean?
That works.
Ah,
Oh, that's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
that's always nice.
And I do my damnedest. I go and I don't make them come and pick her up. I get her stuff together. I take her food. I take her diapers. I take her wipes. I have them all fully stocked up at each house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have to go to the store. They don't have to buy anything. Everything's there.
Yeah, I see
Sounds
that.
to me like you're trying to keep them from buying her stuff.
And they do want to buy her stuff. They want to buy her food. They want to buy her cookies, and they want to buy her stuff. But no, this is what she eats. This is the food. There you go.
You're trying to prevent the grandparents from being grandparents.
That's right. Because I know how I was raised, and do you think I want my kid coming out like me?
Maybe.
The grandparents have one job and one job only. You must remember that.
The grandparents have one job, and that is to do what I say, or else they're not going to get to see their grandchild.
No, their job is to spoil the grandchild.
No, I understand that.
They get somebody to get it to you.
I got the joke.
Yeah, they're gonna want to go back to grandma's house.
Let's see. Yeah, they are going to start the program. See you guys later. Okay, later, Manny.
He's over there at his school watching the kids sing terrible Christmas songs or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I had to go watch my nephew do that. Oh my God, it was murder. Every single one of those kids is a complete lack of talent.
No, wait till you have to go see your own daughter do
Well, when your daughter enters school, she's going to have to do it for Thanksgiving, for Christmas.
Yeah, well, it depends on what the. Well, she's gonna have to do it, but it probably won't be Christmas songs. Maybe Christmas songs. Just it's hard to say what it'll be. With them ragging on Rudolph now.
I know.
That kind. What are you gonna be able to
What's
see?
wrong with Rudolph?
It's problematic, John.
How is it? What?
SJW said Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is problematic.
Because of why?
Oh, various, bullying in it. Santa being a bully. Him being excluded. All these nonsense things. Gender norms in it.
Saying that the elf that wanted to be a hairdresser or whatever, no, a dentist. He was a representation of the gay community, and be a dentist and be a toy maker was some kind of BS about he needs to conform and repent or something stupid.
Something dumb like that.
And who is saying this?
Oh, SJWs.
SJWs.
Oh, well, I don't make no difference anyway.
Yeah, well, they get this stuff into the schools, and the schools end up conforming. So soon there will be no Rudolph, and you can't even sing Rudolph or whatever.
Well, that's good. I'm tired of all this Rudolph singing. You need to talk about Jesus on Christmas. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, see, they've already taken Jesus out.
Yeah, because that's too religious.
Yep. Well, that's true. I'm not religious, but those songs are pretty good. I was raised up on them. I liked them.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about Christianity is the awful, awful music.
Some of it's awful.
Most of it's awful.
The old stuff is awful.
No, almost all of it is awful, Rick. You know that.
Okay,
Have
so you got a
listened?
choice.
What Christian bands have you listened to?
All of them. They're all awful.
You've listened to Skillet, Petra.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's nothing more cringy than Christian hard rock bands.
Like POD and Creed. Oh God.
Yeah, but POD, which did have mild success and their songs were okay, they were like bands and Christian music secondary.
I don't know. It seems like some of their songs are very religious.
Like there was like one good song that came out, like a real Christian song, and it was like so baffling everybody they made a movie about it.
You're thinking I Can Only Imagine?
Now, of course that's what I'm thinking, right? Because most Christian music is just not very it's not meant to be, toe tapping and catchy.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I may be a bad person, but I do try to show up after praise and worship to church. I just can't get into the music.
Who says it's not supposed to be toe tapping though?
It was kind of like my dad when I was growing up. See, my mom and my dad were two different types of people. One's Baptist, one's Methodist. The other one rather would go to a church that was more preachy. The other one rather go to a church that had more singing. And I was a kid too. And this is a story that my uncle tells everybody when he meets them because he thought it was the funniest thing ever. Okay, I'm a child, and I would listen to my dad. He would rag on the preacher about how he doesn't preach enough and he's not a really good preacher and blah blah blah. So we're leaving one day, and the preacher says to me, I'm a little kid too. I'm probably like 6 years old, maybe 7. No, probably 6. So he's like, so how did you like the sermon today? And he says, well, my dad says you can't preach, and he doesn't like you. And then he says, that's okay. This is my last day anyways. And it was.
Oh, man.
It was true. He left after that.
That's terrible.
That is. So do they blame your dad for him leaving?
No, he just didn't like it there, anyways. Actually, a lot of people didn't like him anyway, so it was true for, I guess, for a lot of people. But it was just funny. Yeah. Yeah, my uncle tells everybody that story because he's kind of a preacher, but he thinks it's funny.
Well, to each his own.
Yeah. Used to have my own legend.
The legend of the preacher who couldn't preach.
Yep.
I was in this program when I was 18, and it was one of those. It was one of like a kind of like a Salvation Army type things. Where
okay.
you don't know where to live or whatever, and they made you like study every day and do sermons at lunch, and then go to, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And every time I went up to do, because you had to actually prepare sermons yourself, and then go up there during lunchtime where it's just the other men in the home, and do it as well. Like it was like pulling teeth. I just can't seem to connect with people talking about God in any sense.
So public speaking wasn't your strong suit at that time.
No, my public speaking is fine. I'm able to wing a lot. In public speaking about anything other than the gospel. It comes second nature.
The subject matter was your problem.
No, it wasn't the Job Corps. It was called God's Helping Hand. ERT is asking about the Job Corps. No, it's not the Job Corps. It was a church that ran a program.
Interesting.
Tell me something, John. Did you ever have to take public speaking in college?
Yeah, I took it, and yeah, that's the thing. I passed it without even trying. It was not hard.
No.
Huh?
Let me guess, Dad. You had to just stand up before the class and just give a speech.
Yeah.
I did that too. Only difference is, in my case, I made the class cry.
Oh, really?
What do you do that for?
No, the subject I chose to talk about was organ donation. And I was talking about a friend of mine who just came back from war, but he was an organ donor.
Yeah, I never. I don't take those classes that seriously. So like, I would just phone in my performance. Like, I think the first one was the debate on what exactly was the oldest freestanding human-built structure still around from ancient times. Then the next one was we had to do like a sales pitch on a made-up product.
Right.
And that was like
those were fun.
What?
Those were fun. I said those were fun.
Yeah. It's just easy stuff, They say, oh, if you really want to think about this and you really want to get into it, I was like, you know what? I really don't. I'm not like a bleeding heart liberal. I don't have any causes that I want to champion. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, whatever. Just give me my A and I can leave.
Oh God.
Because that is the easiest A you're ever going to get.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you right now, I still, the only reason I never finished college was because I still have not passed my math classes.
What,
and I can't.
John, you can't count?
Cannot count. Not even if I use both hands.
No. It would have been better if you had JP's hands.
I can count to 9.5.
No, all right, if you're watching this, JP, I love you, man.
Twix Draw says, "Yo, boys."
Mhm.
Hey, Twix.
Hey, Twitch.
Hello.
He says, I heard that.
I'm sure.
JP went to go pick up his son because he don't want him walking home in the dark. SJW JP.
Twix
It's
is wondering what everybody's drawing.
Okay, I guess I can show what I'm drawing. Just give me a second to hit some lights on here.
I've drawn the original Robbie the Robot from Lost in Space, the original series, and I am attempting to do the new one from the Netflix series.
Did you like the new one from the Netflix series?
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I thought it was great. You seem to have a real aversion to anything new, Rick.
What do you mean? I said I
Like
liked
you
it.
were talking about Mad Max the other day because I was drawing this Mad Max picture, you guys, in case you didn't know. And he was like, "I hate the new Mad Max." Then he goes on later to reveal that he had not even seen the new Mad Max.
I saw the new Mad Max. I haven't seen the old ones. So what are you drawing, John? For
I am
Twix's-
I'm drawing a bunch of cobblestones on this street.
And what are you drawing, Buddy Geek?
Me, I'm just doing fonts.
That looks
Okay.
like what is that?
I'll sure tell you when I'm finished.
All right.
And I'm just working on the character I was working on when I was on John's stream. I'm just finally starting to get inking on the scales.
Nice.
I hate drawing scales. I hate drawing Captain America's scales.
I know.
I hate drawing scales on a fish. I hate drawing cobblestones.
I might have to get used to it.
Drawing Red Sonja I don't like is the bikini when you have to draw it. You have to draw.
Oh, I love drawing bikini.
Yeah, but in this case, it's a chainmail bikini.
Chainmail's just like drawing scales.
Scales, exactly.
Or better yet, not just that one. What's the other one? Fishnet?
Oh God, I hate fishnet stockings.
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I mean, if you're just a fishnet top, and even if that's all she's wearing, you're still gonna have to draw the fishnet.
Yeah.
The fishnet is not even as hard as scales though, because scales have a curve.
It's not hard. It's just after a while, it gets kind of tedious.
I mean, if it's like, for example, if you're drawing fishnet on let's say a very nicely cupped individual, and there's going to be creases in that like clothing, you're going to have to point out the creases of when the fishnet does change a little, so you're not doing it the same pattern, but you have to make sure you have that stupid crease right.
Yeah.
And that is
exactly. It's a pain in the ass. Sorry, Rick.
All right.
Pain in the buttocks.
It's a pain in the butt.
You better watch your keister, meester.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and get better at scales because, like, this is just one villain. Well, I got 3 of them for the first issue, but reptilians are actually pretty much the bad guys in my comic. So I gotta get used to that pile.
Well, have you tried the tactic where you only do like a set of scales every so often?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's why I did it in the face, but then I just went too crazy once I did the arms. Then I didn't think about it, and I did like a little circular space here and here for some shine. Meanwhile, I showed a second ago, but well, you'll see it better once I
Start doing
Or
it.
you could just do the outline and tell the colorist to put it in.
Yeah. And I am the colorist.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Unless I can start, find someone else to draw for me or do that part for me. Yeah. I wouldn't mind being just the writer, but my problem is I have to do the concept art and show them everything first.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a control freak with my stuff.
Name an artist who isn't.
Yeah, but if you're going to be the writer, then you're going to take off the artist because you're the control freak. It's kind of like what was it? John and Walt was saying on your stream earlier, John Dillard.
What happened?
Remember on your stream earlier? That's kind of like the whole control thing and stuff. Like we had I was there, and with John and Wallace when he was talking about his stuff and control and.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy was really upset.
He's been upset lately.
Twix says cool about our what we were drawing or what we are drawing, and JP said John's a nerd.
What? JP just showed me an entire warehouse full of everything nerd, and he's calling me a nerd.
Well, having a shop isn't very nerdy. That's very construction worker like.
Well, it's a shop, but it's not an actual shop for working construction. It's a shop for modeling trains.
You can fool anyone that way.
Mm-mm.
He's Sheldon in disguise.
Oh my goodness.
Sheldon likes his trains.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It was kind of funny. He has these Thomas trains, and since my buddy that I was working with, he's got this deal going on, but it may never happen. He was telling me the original creator of Thomas the Train, his family had it and all that stuff, and he's doing an illustration if they can get the rights back for that family for their book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're probably not going to get it.
He's one of the illustrators, but he's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen because what he got told last was like, yeah, maybe. Yeah. He showed me some of it. It looked pretty good. But that was like the original Thomas stuff, the old books, not like the silly TV show with
Right.
with one of the Beatles was like the train conductor or something.
Wasn't it Ringo?
Yeah.
Okay, it was
Ringo
Ringo.
or Paul?
I never watched.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he's gone. You know what that means? You can start talking about him. Just kidding.
JP says, I do more than train. Do you train people?
Maybe.
We train the worthy.
Nah.
He says, like he talks about me. And he says, yes, he trains people. And come on, if you want, JP, you should have a link. Unless you're at work or something.
What do you think?
Hey,
Cool.
can you white box him?
Mighty Geek. To the rescue.
Nice. Armory, Shadow Gaiden.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like your lettering.
Thanks.
That's another thing I got to work on. I got the hand signature of a doctor.
I know that feeling. So do I. I can print very well, but when it comes to handwriting,
Yeah,
He
it's like I
says he,
sign something. People say, "So you play golf?" No.
no.
JP says he will. He's just doing some tidying up to coming in, so that is cool.
Cool. Maybe he's still working on something. Maybe we can see him like sharpen a pencil. That's awesome. Wish I had a pencil sharpener drill.
Have you ever signed something and someone asked you what kind of doctor are you?
Nope.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
I don't usually write my signature. I usually print it. So, well, actually, for my artwork, but sometimes you're required to actually write your signature, and mine is actually legible.
I'm able to do my my initials in the form of a pentagram, which I thought was hilarious. Not everybody thinks it's funny, but I mean, especially in the South. But I was like, it's cool. I was like, no, it's not really cool, man. That's sacrilege. Well, if you believe it is.
Yeah, for things we only give symbols only give them the meaning we give them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just lines on paper or whatever.
How true, how true, how true. But they never do. And they tell us to behave.
But I do get the meaning of symbolism. We need symbolism out there too. But that's what we have. Well, a lot of people have to realize. Don't get upset. It's just lines on a paper or something like that.
Yeah, I like hypocrisy sometimes.
If you do it a certain way, it'll be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, I just came out to this funny thing.
What's it?
Which people always like the left's all about this, and this, and how bad the other side is. But if you look at serial killers, and I'm not, this is actually proven about some of the most famous serial killers were more likely homosexual. Some of the most famous ones. And I'm not saying that all are. It's just that it's weird that some of the most famous were either gay or bisexual, which was like Ed Gein. What's his name? That ate people. The two women that murdered people. That Monster, I think it was called, or something like that, was a movie was adapted from, or whatever it was called. Another good one was John Wayne Gacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and those are like some of the most famous serial killers of all time.
And all these guys prove themselves to be smarter than law enforcement.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's others, but
yeah, I do. Don't you find it weird the way these guys get caught?
Yeah.
It is kind of funny. Well, they do it for such a
Mhm.
long time. I think they either get bored, want to
They
be
get bored.
found.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't catch this guy. He let you find him.
They wanted to be found. They wanted the fame and glory.
Right.
Yeah. What's his name? Jeffrey Dahmer. That was the other guy. Yeah.
Mm,
JP saying he heard that too. I just wrote the serial killers. I think that's what he's referring to.
Probably.
yeah, probably. But we, but when you think about it, these guys are way too smart to be caught that easily.
Well, they never found who really killed John Ramsey. John Benet Ramsey.
I know.
That was
I
probably
know.
the parents.
Probably.
I mean, John Mark Carr gave us a run for our money for a while, but he was just a attention-seeking little sociopath.
Hmm. Yeah, so is Ted Kaczynski.
No.
Now here's a guy who likes to sit and watch his handiwork, and no one paid him any attention.
True. Then you just have people who snap and they just shoot up schools.
Yeah. Well, Ted Kaczynski is famous for saying in not so many words, "You couldn't catch me if I was standing in front of you."
That's funny. That's obnoxious there.
And 9 times out of 10, after whatever explosive device went off, he wasn't too far away from it. He was mixed in the crowd.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And that's why that saying is so funny. You couldn't catch me if I was standing in front of you. And 9 times out of 10, he was. I'm gonna tell you guys this: if anyone ever calls you lazy, don't be offended by it. I'll tell you why. Do you have any idea how much work it takes to be lazy?
That's a good one.
Ooh, a lazy person invented the internet.
I still like that movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. It's one of those like Fast and the Furious movies, kind of like. It had what's his name, Seth Green in it, I think. And he was like, "I created Napster, not him. The reason why he called it Napster was he stole all the data from me while I was napping." I forget the name of that stupid movie. I don't remember who else was in it, but
that movie. That was funny.
can't believe I watched movies like that back then. Oh well. At least I didn't waste my life watching movies like The Princess Bride or something.
Mm.
I mean, that was a good movie, but at least I didn't watch just movies like that all the time.
Right.
Oh god.
Oh, Vane's in the room and says, "Hail Raven."
Good boy. The cult of Raven has returned.
Oh, at least we got somebody in the chat. Got 8 people watching. We were up to 12 for a while.
Hold on a sec. All right.
I think somebody might be still waiting for a slip of the tongue.
But then again, Ethan's on right now too. last time I knew, and I think Art or Gary as well.
I know
So
Gary's on.
Breezy Lee says, "Hail Raven."
Hey, fellas, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Don't take a tokie.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? And why is it so quiet in here?
Because we're drawing or thinking or whatever.
Well, you can't walk and chew gum, Rick. What's going on?
You know he can't.
You missed the chat. You missed the talk about serial killers. I think you're one.
What?
Well, we know he's one.
Why would I be a serial killer? Who would even insinuate such a thing about me?
I don't know.
It was Mighty Geek.
Someone with a guitar, I think. How's it going, Rick?
Good. Yourself, JP?
Good. I
Hey,
have
JP,
to,
did your son make it home nice and safe?
Yeah, he's home, safe.
Okay, that's good.
At least he didn't get frostbite.
No bears got him or nothing?
No bears, no wolves.
No man, bear, pig.
Nope.
Not
We
even
didn't
one.
hear
Not
one.
even one lousy man bear pig.
Nope. They don't have those around here. We killed them all.
Oh,
That's
I hope
good.
that's what they were. Kind of get excited around here. You know, they shoot at a lot of stuff.
Just in another deer.
Rizzy says, I've been watching, just moving stuff around the house at the same time. Cool.
so does Risey ever plan on doing any live streams?
Is it him that did you go in? I think you might have went into what's his name's chat last night. The panel. Good dogs. They were talking about getting them on when I left.
No, you're talking about Ryan Cardinal, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, that's
No.
Ryan Cardinal?
No, Risey
No.
Lee is not Ryan Cardinal.
Oh. That would have been
I don't know.
interesting.
no, because Rizzy was right. Rizzy was in the chat, and I'm pretty sure there was him.
I've been
Willie-
sharing out his videos when he makes them, but I haven't seen any in like a few days. Oh, he says he hasn't figured out how to fully yet go on live.
I just have to download Google. Hangouts.
Boring.
Yeah, it's not as hard as you think. I thought it was a lot harder than that, too.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, just. And Willie's in the chat as well. Hey, Willie. A link if you want it, if you can, in Twitter.
What's that sound?
Ooh, what's that sound?
Rick probably eating Chippos again.
Or strawberry Coke.
It was raspberry.
No. It was black cherry Coke.
No, that's
No, it was
that's
raspberry.
black cherry cola, not Coke.
You ever have lutefisk, Rick?
What?
You ever have lutefisk?
I've never heard of that.
It's a Norwegian thing.
I
Gross.
wouldn't mind trying it.
Oh, I don't think you would.
I'll try almost anything once.
I don't know. You ever have haggis?
Have I had
Ew.
what?
Haggis?
No, that's something I will not try once.
I would think lutefisk is, I'm not sure all of it, but it's basically some sort of fish made with lye.
Okay, maybe I won't have it. I'm not a big fish fan, so.
What? Are you a speciest?
Yep.
Cool.
I've got all the Google stuff. It's how to join a stream. Oh, that's easy. Rizzy, here. If you go into Google, let's see. You go to Twitter. Go to your Twitter.
Rick was telling me the other day, like, I think that Risey Lee is an American. And I was like, wait, haven't you watched his videos? He has like the thickest Australian accent I've ever heard.
Okay. Risey, I just sent a link to your Twitter. Go into your Twitter and click it. And then it'll say something, and you just say, check a box and say, okay.
If it asks you for your bank account numbers, don't click on that.
Okay.
If it asks for your social security, just send it my way.
Yeah, I don't think he has one in Australia.
No, they don't.
I don't know what they have there.
Yeah, well, my job, we would hire Irish over the summer, and we'd have to get them social security so they can get paid and all that stuff.
Darn Irish.
Yeah.
We have SIN cards here, SIN numbers.
SIN?
Yep.
I'm Catholic. We have cards like that too.
But our SIN stands for Social Insurance Number.
No.
We
basically it's a social security number. Basically, it's a Canadian social security number.
Yeah.
What's up, Mighty Geek? Are you making fonts?
Yeah.
Cool.
So what are you working on there, JP?
I'm painting the road wheels on that British Sherman tank.
So what tank is superior, the Sherman or the Abrams?
Obviously the Abrams.
Abrams.
Why would you ask that question?
I don't know. You're Canadian, so I don't know.
I'm not Canadian.
You're kind of Canadian.
Why would you say that to me? That's just mean. Well, yeah.
At the moment, we've only got one Canadian in here.
Thank
Me.
God.
Well, you're not really a Canadian, Rick. You know, you keep claiming that you have, 11, U.S. states underneath you.
I've showed the proof.
It's almost as if you are ashamed of where you live.
No, I'm proud.
You say, look at how American I am in so many ways. I'm just like an American. Makes me think that you kind of don't want to be a Canadian there now, don't you think?
Yeah, I did.
No, I
Don't you
don't.
know?
Don't you know? I don't think that they.
That sounds more like you're Indian now.
Yeah, Rick's crazy racist with his voices.
He's like Mel Blanc,
Yeah.
but different.
I like how you're trying to be like Apu since Apu got banned.
I think he's better.
That was wrong.
Yeah, he's never wrong.
Can't get it to work on my phone. Just takes me to a blank hangout. I'm gonna try it on my brother's computer. Okay.
It's sad because they just brought a Quickie Mart to my town.
I remember when they turned all the 7-Elevens into Quickie Marts. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I had to drive all the way to Fontana because we didn't have any 7-Elevens in my town, so I had to go to the next town over.
I have to go all the way to Virginia just to go to the 7-Eleven.
Do you live in Virginia?
No.
Then that makes it even worse.
I live in South Carolina.
Oh my goodness.
Is that close to Virginia?
Kind of, but it's 2 states away. Takes me all day to get to Virginia.
I don't know. I was driving and I got all the way to Georgia from New York in one day.
Were you
That's
intending to do that?
Well, yeah, I had a load that was going from New York to
Georgia?
to Texas.
Oh.
I had to go down that way.
Did
It
you
seems
have
like kind of all those states are kind of really close to each other over there.
Oh heck, I went from all the way from New York to California in 3 days.
No, you didn't even drive. You were in a bus, Rick.
Yeah, I still went.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't take that long to go places on the East Coast. Like if I drove to Canada for my honeymoon, and I didn't even make it out of California the first day
Why did you go to
Now-
Canada on your honeymoon? That's weird.
because my wife wanted to go. She doesn't know any better.
Where?
Vancouver.
I
So I
to
took off
Canada
from
on-
kind of like from the LA area, and we kind of stopped there every now and then to eat and stuff. But we only got like the border, way north of California. We didn't even get out of California in a full day of
Well,
driving.
Heck, if you want to go west from where I'm living in Ontario to get to the western provinces, it takes a full day to get out of Ontario.
Yeah, I believe it.
More than a full day.
Canada's like pretty much just Russia.
Yeah.
Ja, via the Russian, yes. No?
That's the worst Russian accent I ever heard.
Yeah, I
That was-
know.
That was a Russian accent?
I thought you were having a stroke.
I thought you were impersonating an Austrian.
Austrian.
That's what I thought he was doing.
The Ninja Peppers, John.
In Russia, we wait 5 days in line for bread and milk, and sometimes they'll come to us and give us water, but it's not water, it's just vodka, and then we forget about the bread and the milk, and then we just go on our way.
It is much better that way.
Willie says it's a lot like Russia, but more Canadian. I'm not sure what he means, but
In Russia, you have social justice, we have socialism. It kills.
Are you gonna finish that?
finish what?
Finish what? Finish what? I'm waiting for him to finish that. We're waiting for him to finish that sentence.
I don't know. That was about all I had.
Come on, man. You gotta do better than that.
I don't
It
know. I'm
was
just
truthful,
spitballing.
but I mean, I thought you were going farther with it.
So did I.
I didn't think he was going farther with it. I just didn't think it was funny. That's all.
Oh,
It was a hit and miss this time.
in Russia, we are taxed for our jokes.
I wish they would tax Rick Piper for his jokes.
A young cynic is doing. Hello.
Hey. Oh,
Hey.
sweet. Got it working.
Who are we talking to?
Rizzy.
Ryan. Rizzy.
Rizzy.
Right. Ryan.
So there you go, Rick. Does that sound like the melodious voice of an American?
You sound American. Are you American?
No, I'm Aussie.
I know.
All right, we got Draw Jessa here.
Oh yeah, the picture I've got here is not actually of me either. It's my brother. I'm using his computer.
Ah,
Well, I think we all have seen your videos. I think we know what you look like.
Yeah. Just wanted to clear it up.
Cool.
No, it's good to talk to you guys. I love watching you all the time, man.
not a lot of quality entertainment in Australia.
Yeah, no, I've stopped watching normal TV years ago. Been watching YouTube for a few years now.
Seems to be a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I like to interact with all the people and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, especially the live streams.
No, that's why I watch all the time. Even if I miss one, I always rewatch it later on.
Rick,
Yeah, it's like having a DVR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Except it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube is becoming my main source of entertainment really quick.
yeah.
I know.
I hardly ever watch TV.
Yeah, same here.
But I do have to watch Netflix every now and then just to stay up on comic book stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to talk to you, Risey.
I know, right?
Yeah,
It's
no,
good
it's
to,
good to talk to all you guys, man. I'm a real big fan of all of you. I really mean that, eh?
Thank you.
even
Thank you.
JP.
Yeah, especially JP. Gave me that farm.
Yeah. I gave him a farm, man. I put a farm in my thing.
I appreciate that farm. My family are really happy.
It's the best.
That's the farm you let burn down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids
Oh.
got out in time.
No, Bob the Popio's farm burns down all the time.
Those Italians, they just don't know how to farm.
Rick,
Oh, actually, he's Russian.
He's doing okay, but
Did you know that in Canada they have Thanksgiving early because their farming season ends early because it gets cold faster?
well, they're just not thankful. The same things we're thankful in America.
Learn these facts and more interesting facts about Canada on Rick Piper's channel, Cross Comics.
Risey, do you have Thanksgiving in Australia?
No, we don't have Thanksgiving here.
You have like Anzac Day or something, right?
Yeah, that's for the troops and stuff, like the people that I can't. I'm gonna feel bad as being an Aussie, but I forget what it's actually for. I know what it is when it comes around. Everyone tells me.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
If it's for the troops, it sounds like it's a Remembrance Day type thing. Well, we call them
Yeah.
Remembrance Day here, Canada.
You talking about Memorial Day?
That's a little. I think it's a little bit similar, but a little bit different.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Memorial Day thing. I'll
Yeah.
quickly Google it. I should already
In
know this.
America, Memorial Day is a great time to buy a Toyota.
Or a mattress.
It
Because when we remember people who fought for our freedom, we buy shit.
Yeah, it's a National Remembrance Day.
Okay.
I should have already known that. My mates are going to kill me.
We won't tell anyone. Just tell them you're American.
Yeah.
Rick thinks you're American.
Now, if it had been a Star Wars Day, I probably would have known it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Me too. Maybe. I found some really cool stuff. I'll show you guys one thing. You know those Hot Wheels Star Wars things I have?
I sure do.
Yeah, those are cool.
I found the original concept series. So I have this,
Oh, nice.
but I have 4 more of them.
You gotta put it right in the middle of the screen there.
I can't see it.
I see a nice logo. That's all I see.
Nice logo. Pull it back
Oh,
some.
cool. Yeah. I think I can get some of those at my dollar
Yeah.
store.
No, you
Right
don't.
there, perfect. Nope, now it's too low.
Go back a little bit.
Right.
Bring it
There.
towards your chest.
I ain't showing you my chest.
Oh, you tease.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
This isn't the war campaign, guys.
Hey, if you want to see his chest, you need 10,000 views, 10,000 subs.
You're not seeing mine. So yeah, those are kind of fun. I found them at Michael's, of all places.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, my
And those
toys
are
still
awesome. I've been looking for them. Sorry.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Come on, you can talk. Rick doesn't like to.
I like to talk, and I got something to say.
I know.
And how often do you have something to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
I was saying, I think I got some of those type things at our dollar stores here, Dollarama.
Okay. I do like
I'll have to buy one and show you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't think they have them in Canada.
I don't even think that Canada's real.
I don't think either. Canada's not real. But actually it is, 'cause I've been there. You know where I went on my honeymoon, John?
Where did you go? Niagara Falls?
Canada.
Niagara Falls was
I did actually. We took the Agawa Canyon train.
What is that?
It's a train that goes like a couple miles or a few through a canyon.
You don't say.
Yeah.
don't say.
It's very descriptive. I'm good at doing descriptive things.
You don't say.
Are those tracks for that tank rubber?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And buy metal tanks and put them together.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Because I'm not crazy.
Oh.
He's not crazy. He just wanted a Pepsi.
Right. We got to do this one. Then we got to do this one. These are the ones my son built.
Oh my goodness.
There's Hurricane Man again.
Hurricane Man. Who's Hurricane Man?
So Risey, what do you have planned for content for your channel?
I've still been trying to figure out what I'm actually going to do. I did a kind of tongue-in-cheek review of the trailer for Avengers this morning, but I'm kind of just like, yeah, still thinking about what exactly I want to do. I wasn't even planning on making a YouTube channel, but I was like, yeah, I might as well just film random things.
I got a tagline. It's better than what you're going to see with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think I got the scales inked out now.
What are you drawing?
Snake Man.
I see a guitar.
No, wait, really? It's still blonde?
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself with those scales if you do every single panel with the Snake Men and the scales like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta figure out better ways to draw less.
Let them do it. It'll be fun to watch.
It's good to see the first time with all the skills, but then after that you can pull back.
Yeah. Or if you do a close up on his face, maybe you can do a. But if he's gonna be further back, you might want to keep those scales out of there.
At a minimum.
So this is your first live stream being on
Yeah,
live?
first one I've ever figured out how to get on, because I've had a few people send me links and I always feel bad, so I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, everyone else seems to have no trouble, and I'm, for some reason, under a box here.
Oh no, everybody has lots of trouble doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. At least I don't feel too stupid now.
No, trust me. It seems like all the past week, everybody's had issues and had to redo the same stream at least twice.
I haven't.
I
Neither have I.
What happened with me with Ninja? Let's see here. She still had to do it.
Yeah, but that was Ninja's fault. He hit the
That was
end
Ninja.
Yeah.
broadcast.
Yeah.
Well, if you end the broadcast, it's not like really it's like you ended the broadcast.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to. That was the problem.
I had forgotten about that, but there was definitely some other people who, they kept on going. They had to stop and start. I think it was like the guys from Hero HI, not HE. They had to do something. I think it was them and some other people too. All right, I'm gonna take a break from drawing. I just finished this up for now. I'll color it later. It's just a shame because it's a cotton mouth. It's a water moccasin, so it's just black and white.
What are you talking about? The Snake Man?
Yeah, he's a cotton mouth. He's a water moccasin, so he's just black and white.
That's a lot of color.
Like, you see what I'm talking about right here with this little doodle of this guy's arm? Just putting scales intermittently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would probably be your best bet. And unless you're doing an actual close up on them, like don't go through the time of doing every single scale on an animal.
What if it's a person?
You get carpal tunnel in no time.
You have to put scales on people?
I was just bored and I just wanted to do something, so I was like, yeah, I'll just add some scales. I was like, I'll just add a little bit here and there, which I did in the face. But then when I went on the arms, I was like, I did too much. I kind of felt like with the tail in a way, maybe I did a little too much, but I was going for that's the shadow or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll work on it more.
Using the scales as a texture instead of an actual article.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a learning progress. I mean, I haven't really drawn much reptile monsters, creatures. The only thing I've ever drawn really is Ninja Turtles, and that was like the closest thing I've ever done before like that.
Well, Ninja Turtles are badass. That's why.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like I got to draw the other two later on. There's a chameleon and a giant gator man also.
Gator Man. Is he in Florida?
Well, the whole idea for my comic is like, all right, there's like a group of thieves. They're the main characters mainly. They get arrested. They're going on the space station, and something happened. The space station ran into a new alien life, and it's like a horror scene now. Now it's like a thriller suspense, and one of each of these these reptilian aliens represents like one of my three favorite horror movie kind of aspects. Like you have the predator, which is the chameleon because he can turn himself invisible.
Right.
The snake, you know, he's going to be like the alien because one, he's black, and two, that you put someone in like a water thing where they're walking through and they're knee deep in water. They're the cottonmouth territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got the berserk character like this giant gator. That represents a lot of actually a lot of different crazy monster movies where you're being chased by this overbearing creature.
You guys are gonna make me read Berserk, aren't you?
Probably.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're the only person who hasn't read it.
I haven't read Berserker.
Me neither. I've just seen like parts and pieces.
Vanny says, okay, Pope Rogue is done. Now I got to listen to the rest of you miscreants.
Who's he calling a miscreant?
And he says, all the cute grades are done. Now comes the attitude grades.
What is he talking about?
Oh, he's at a school play for his kid. Pope Rogue.
He's got some nerve to be calling us miscreants.
I don't know.
Seems like he doesn't appreciate that time.
I appreciate being called a degenerate because I am a member of Degeneration X.
Yeah.
Own it.
Oh, hell yeah. DX got me in so much trouble as a kid when I was at school. I didn't know what the whole arm cross thing meant when I was a kid, and I was doing it to my teachers. Got so much detention.
I knew exactly what it was, and it still gets me in trouble to this day.
Oh, yeah.
What do we do? What?
That's better than being Stone Cold Steve Austin and giving him the finger.
Yeah, I did that too.
Gen X is we are a bunch of degenerates at heart.
Oh yeah.
Not me. What are you talking about?
I'm too old to be a degenerate.
Yeah. You're in a panel full of God-fearing people here.
I went to church today. Did you go to church today?
I'll go to church the day after tomorrow, but I'll skip praise and worship.
What is that?
Oh, it's this special time they set aside so that you can sing songs unto the Lord.
We do that during Mass.
Yeah, well, they do it for like a half an hour before Mass even starts.
Oh, we say the Rosary.
It's awful.
You can come to Mass early and say the Rosary if you want.
Oh, I don't say the Rosary.
Oh yeah, you're a heathen.
I'm a heathen.
I'm the Omega heathen.
Cool. Is that like a title you earned or
Something
No.
you're just putting on yourself right now.
okay?
I think
All right, so
because-
Risey, what are you gonna do? What time is it over there when I do my morning show?
It's usually about 10, in between 9:30 and 10:30 at night.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
I
really
stay
like-
up pretty late though.
The next day.
What time is it right now?
1 p.m., 10 past.
Yeah, he's on the next day.
You should come hang out on the morning show because I need somebody that talks instead of Rick.
Oh yeah, no, I'd definitely love to come on. Oh wait, my brother's usually asleep and his computer's in his room. I could
I
probably
see.
work it out with my other brother because he's got a computer he doesn't use, so I could ask him if we could put that in the lounge room again.
Yeah, because Rick goes on there and he's like, "Well, I just want to be left alone so I can draw." And I'm like, "Well, okay, I guess, you know."
Rick's getting kicked off his own show.
No, I don't blame you. You got to concentrate on your work, man. You guys are talented.
No, I'm not kicking Rick off, but I need somebody there also that will talk. Hopefully, Bill comes in sometimes, Hillel sometimes, but then when they don't come in, it's just me and Rick refuses to talk to me.
Because you yell at him.
I do
Yeah,
not.
it gives me all sorts of grief on the Drawn and Quarter, saying I'm doing all these things.
I think you made him mad, John.
Well, I keep telling you, Rick. I'm telling you how to win, and you're not playing along.
Yeah, I got to work up to that. I've taken most of my life learning to hold all that junk in when people.
Like, no, look. If I would have put that out there that says Rick Piper is DMing me right now, talking trash on John Malin, and then you would have said, "Well, I don't even know why he's in here. He's causing trouble." Oh my God, the entire show would be all about you. You would definitely get picked.
We will make you the winner.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's like, you have to find something that makes people like, oh, I guess that's what happened with like Nasser. He comes on there and then he says, Cecil, I don't get it. You're not funny, and that became his niche.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to work with the sexy Rick angle because you never shave. I mean,
Oh.
If we're gonna work the sexy Rick angle, we gotta do something.
We got to do the thing like Roe from War Campaign. You just need to get yourself just like a long,
Okay, you know the wrestler Val Venus, Rick?
Oh God.
Not
The big Valvoski.
The Valboski. Hello, ladies.
Oh man,
Hey.
imagine that these days.
You just show up to my show, Rick, wearing a long white bathrobe and your hair nice and wet, and you could be sexy Rick.
Or you could be like Mark Henry's old gimmick.
Sexual chocolate?
Well, we have to change it because Canadians. It could be like sexual bacon.
There you go.
Oh God.
I got Rule 34 written all over it.
I know what that means, John.
Well, I'm not trying to keep you out of the conversation, JP.
I know.
What you do or
like
you don't know what that means. If you don't know what that means, just go on Google search.
I
Type
don't.
Don't do it.
Type in Star Wars and type in Rule
34.
God.
34.
Type in Sonic the Hedgehog, Rule 34.
Oh God.
Type in Sexy Rick, Rule 34.
34. Mm,
Type in the Rugrats, Rule 34.
34.
Oh God.
Is that the same as shipping?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it's not.
Try and pass the knowledge I know and learn on the internet with my coworkers, and they're like, "What the hell are you?"
Oh, don't.
No, do you know what shipping means? Yeah. No, you don't. I'll tell you what.
It's like, JP, I work in shipping. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Do you really? You work in shipping? That's interesting.
It's like I don't know. It's like what's buck cake?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Ooh.
So whereabouts in Aussie land do you live, Ryze?
I live on in Western Australia.
Which
He doesn't know
province?
where
I know
that-
there's 5 provinces there. Which
Ow. Sorry.
Sorry, was that me?
That was Rick asking you a question about geography.
Oh, geez, I'm not good with it. I'll Google it.
no, I just said which province are you in? I know there's 5 of them in Australia.
Which territory?
I'm in Western Australia, Perth. So the other end of it. Well, damn it, left on the map.
Have you ever had kangaroo?
No, I don't eat the kangaroo. So I've met some of my mates have. They've tried to get me to eat it. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not gonna eat nationality bloody animal.
So is there really a T-Rex in Australia somewhere?
Not that I was aware of. Wait, I've lost the screen somehow. Hang on.
We've got Bigfoot in
Opening.
Wisconsin.
Oh, I found it. Sorry.
I started doing that. What did I do?
Now, my wife is convinced that there is a full-size, full-grown Tyrannosaurus Rex somewhere in the outback.
Oh, I think there's a statue one thing, maybe. I know they've got a bunch of random, just giant things up near the Nullarbor and stuff like that for just dead drives and things. Seen it all when I was a kid, but
What is a
years
dead
ago.
drive? Is that like a long road trip?
Sorry?
A dead drive? Is that like your word for a road trip?
Yeah, I've never actually used that before, so I don't know where I picked that up. But yeah, that's what I call a long trip. Because it's just nothing but trees and dead land.
Risey is developing new Australian slang on Rick Piper's Canadian channel. This has got to be an international incident.
Yeah, Rick Piper got all kinds of firsts happening on his channel.
He does.
Yeah, thanks again for having me on, Rick. Really appreciate
Oh,
it.
no
This is
problem.
awesome.
Anytime you're in the chat, want to come on, all you have to do is send me a link. In fact, you know what? Now that you're on and you know how, I might just put you in my big group of people that I just sent a link to.
Oh, awesome, thank you.
And then when he sends you a link, say, "Did you send me a link?" And he'll say, "Yeah, I did." And then you can just say, "I'm at work."
I don't have a job. I went for an interview the other day, but got the old "we'll call you back" thing. I was like, yeah, thanks. Could have just told me to hit the door.
What's worse is when they give you the wink and the gun and then never call you back.
Yeah.
So what kind of work are you looking to do?
That was just the retail work at Coles down here, but yeah, I got just the same old thing. I was like, I think they wanted someone younger. I'm not that old, but yeah, I was like, they're older people than me, but yeah, not enough experience apparently or something.
Did you shave?
Yeah, yep. I just shaved the other day.
Damn. You shaved and they still didn't give you the job?
Yeah. I was like, you made me get rid of my beard for nothing.
Did you tell them that you just shaved?
Nah, might have got more points.
Do you think it might be the accent?
Well, we all talk like this. I was actually worried I wasn't going to sound Australian on here because most of my mates say I sound American. I was like, what the hell?
That's why Rick thinks you're American. You don't sound American.
I never heard his voice before today. Unfortunately, I haven't checked out his stuff on his channel yet.
You told me
Oh,
that
it's
you
not
did.
really entertaining.
Yeah, he
It's
doesn't-
not that entertaining, Rick. Don't waste your time. I'm still
got
getting
that-
used to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you make a miniature figure yet of the Canadian Shield?
No, but I've found one that I think I can turn into him.
Oh, cool.
So I've gotten closer.
Like a Barbie doll? Or?
No, it's a Blockbuster from Mr. Sinister's Marauders.
Huh?
Cool. You'll have to show me that. Oh, you do? Yeah, you do all the miniature stuff, right?
Yeah, I made that Skunk Girl for Manny because I really love Skunk Girl. First one I've actually seen in all the first. Well, I thought it was on Indiegogo when I first found you, so I went straight there because it was the first one. I was like, oh damn, I want that.
Yeah. You saw that first thing Manny did, and you're like, okay, where's the comic book?
Yeah.
Okay, I want this comic book now. Oh, there's not a comic book. Tracks.
Yeah, he's like,
But the good thing is I get to watch it get created, so that's just as good. And it gives me time to save up some money so I can get a really good tier level.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is he coming out with that? Is it going to be March or April?
He's gonna come out after the Gatekeeper, after we've done the anthology.
hey, speaking of gatekeepers, how's everybody's stuff doing on that?
I don't know. I'm doing fantastic. I don't know about everybody else.
Oh, that's good.
But...
I'd say I'm doing good.
Rick's not working on it at all.
You should be working on that right now.
One page at a time.
Rick will probably be done before the rest of you.
No, that's not going to happen.
You don't think so?
Nope.
He's probably already done. He's just messing with people.
You probably.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might get it done.
Well, people know I'm gonna do the drawings live on air, or most of them.
Then why would I buy the book?
Because you won't know any of the dialogue. You won't see any of the colors.
I can't even read. I'm colorblind.
You walked into that one, Rick.
Sorry, buddy.
No problem. I can take it, yeah.
Yeah, you are good at that. Right.
Oh,
So, Risey, can you do other accents like Rick can?
Not really. I can kind of do a Scottish accent when I've been drinking a few drinks, but it's terrible.
quick, grab some beer.
I've actually got one. I left in my room.
Wait a minute. Hold still, y'all.
Wait a minute.
Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Can't make that out.
You trying to be like Razor Ramon here? Yeah, hey yo Chico, what's going on, man? You want to mess with the bad guy?
Bad are you?
Hey, John,
What's up, JP?
look what else I got today.
What'd you get today? I want. Oh, let me. You know what? I got to go to this other page real quick to go see what you're doing. Okay, I'm here. What'd you get?
Ooh.
Is that a Wacom tablet?
Yeah,
Is that for drawing?
yeah.
No.
What you gonna do with that tablet?
I like the box. It's a nice box.
Yeah, it is.
Has
Have
a
you got
phone.
any software for it yet?
Well, I have
He already has Clip Studio.
I have Clip Studio.
Oh, okay. So then you got software for it.
That should work. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Set it up.
John can show you how to use it.
That's cool.
Oh, you got jokes, Rick? Is that what's up or what?
Can't be embarrassed like I was before.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that.
You know, I'm okay with it, but I think I am done for the night.
What? But Rick Piper, who was an hour ahead of you, is not even done for the night.
I have to work on my car tomorrow.
Oh, what do you want to do manly stuff for? Just hang out and do geeky stuff.
What's
Right.
wrong with it?
I hit a deer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So mostly it's okay, except for the windshield washer coolant reservoir is apparently broken. Nothing else really got affected except for cosmetic stuff, the grill. But I kind of need windshield washer fluid up here at this time of the year.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, I don't know, 7 degrees in the morning.
Why don't you make some room in that cozy garage there to park your car in there?
Well, I've got plenty of room in the garage, except I'm still waiting for Home Depot to come install my new garage door and opener
Oh, that sucks.
because mine broke. And I decided to just have someone do it this time, which obviously is the wrong decision. Because I would have been done, I don't know, 4 weeks ago.
A long time ago.
But
I don't know. All that stuff scares me. The garage door, because you have to get everything lined up just so.
Yeah.
Because then, like 2 weeks into it, all of a sudden it jumps the track, and then you got to call somebody.
well,
Not fun.
I put it in when I built the garage, so I've replaced the springs on both sides twice and 2 sets of cables, so and 2 garage door openers.
So obviously, you're a man who knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I just got tired of doing it. I'm like, screw it. Let's just have someone do it this time. You just get tired of doing it.
Yeah, that's why my new garbage disposal has been sitting under the sink for 3 weeks now. 'Cause
Wow. You need to take care of that kind of stuff.
No. I'm having somebody else take care of it.
Who?
My handyman Burnaby.
What's his name?
Burnaby.
Burnaby?
Burnaby.
Burnaby? Is that even a real name?
It is. And he's super awesome. He's like one of those Mexican dudes that's like 4'1", and he has a long ponytail, and he's always listening to hard rocking music, but he don't speak no English. Well, his English is okay, but he like I used to actually work with him, renovating houses. But and he was my mentor, but he would say that's just the worst accent, dude. Like, you know the word texture, like wall texture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He would say texture because he was reading it. He was reading it on the thing, and it says texture.
Today.
And then I kept telling him it's not texture, it's texture. And so then after that, he kept saying texture.
That's what I thought he was going to say, Fisher.
He said texture.
So he's playing with you now. I know that one.
Oh no, he's not.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
That's kind of funny.
He's a great guy, and he's very good at what he does. He's just he's very busy all the time because he's so good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So sooner or later, he'll be done with whatever he's doing over there at that house 2 towns over, and then he'll be over here at mine working on my garbage disposal.
Well, garbage disposal is not that hard.
Well, it's not, but the thing is, I need more. I also the sink when we bought this house, all the pipes underneath it are all PVC.
Yeah.
And I want them replaced. So I have everything. I bought everything to have everything replaced. I want new pipes. I need to run the garbage disposal also needs to be hooked up to the new dishwasher because it didn't have a dishwasher before. So he has to run the lines over there too. So I mean, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. There's a lot of things I can mess up on. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna get Burnaby to do it. He's good at it. He's done it a million times.
Not like when you flush the toilet, sewer cast comes in through the laundry drain.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, not in my house, but it's happened before. I've seen it. If I did something like that, I would actually, take care of that issue. How come you weren't working on this Hoth speeder here on the other show?
Well, because I've been working on other stuff.
Yeah, but this one looks so much cooler.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But all I gotta do is put some decals and a little bit of stuff on there.
Well, maybe you should weather it and make it look really cool.
Well, I don't have the proper washes right now.
Oh.
So that's what I want to do. I have to do that and the slave.
Maybe you should just dip it in chrome.
I don't know if that would be that cool.
Oh, you got the slave one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
And that Hoth battle at the start of Empire was my favorite part of all the Star Wars when I was a kid.
It might be mine too. It is pretty cool. It is, and then the snow speeders. See, I've got 2 snow speeders. I should play with both of them. And then when the snow speeders were looking for Luke, that was cool.
Oh yeah, man, that beast thing scared the hell out of me when I was a kid when it first showed up. I thought he was done for.
My favorite part's when the Care Bears came and beat up the Stormtroopers.
Oh yeah.
Now my son put this one together. My younger one.
Is that why that gun's all wobbly?
This is an old NPC one. Oh, yeah.
That is cool.
This fully armed and operational Death Star.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like the Star Wars one.
Yeah, they got cool stuff, man.
The ship designs in like Star Wars and like old Star Trek to a point was really good. They really cared back then.
Yeah, not like JP who just slaps stuff together with stickers.
What? Try to do my best.
I think like my last favorite ship was from Farscape, the living ship Moya.
Oh yeah,
So cool.
Moya was cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In fact, I needed. Like,
Oh my goodness, look at that. All these cobblestones are done. Thank goodness. Whew.
How does your hand feel after that?
Feels like I just watched a real sexy movie.
Okay.
You finally cobbled them all together?
Why didn't you just do what you told me earlier about the scaling? You could just do a little bit here and there. It looked great.
Because this is actually textured, so it's going to be painted. It's going to have washes that go into these recesses, so each one has to have a recess. Because this is foam core board, so if you make a mark on it with a pen and you push down, it actually goes in about 1/8 of an inch.
Oh.
So when I put a black paint wash on this, it's going to seep down into all these crevices. Then I can just real easily dust on top with a big brush, shades of gray and earth tones to make these rocks really stand out.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
John, did you ever go to art school?
No.
Oh, you're really good at that stuff.
I watch YouTube videos.
Me too.
And then I get this piece of aluminum foil that's been crumpled up, and this is what I used to put rock texture on all these rocks I had like this.
Nice.
But you cannot roll it because they will tear up the foam board. So you have to just press like this.
Learning new things with John.
John knows how to do everything.
Which is kind of good.
It's great until you have like all these kids that keep calling you up because like, Uncle John, can you help me with my projects? It's like, get the hell out of here.
You don't help him?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to.
Well, you have like 500 cousins, don't you?
Yes.
Can they all subscribe to me?
No, they can't.
They don't subscribe to him. Why would they subscribe to you?
I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, they're super. They super don't like people from Wisconsin.
Really?
Wow.
They know how you guys are.
How are we? How are we?
Glad I'm not from Wisconsin.
We're better than we've been led to believe.
Well, it's kind of good that you didn't go to art school, John, because you probably would have had a master's degree in gender studies.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, did you imagine John as an SJW? That would be so much fun.
I just can picture John with like a
just can't imagine that.
and blue hair.
Blue-haired German.
I would have loved to have went to art school, but I had to get an actual job.
And that actual job gave you a lot of skill.
Yeah, I don't know how people. I mean, I know there's different ways to live and all that, but I don't get people that like don't even own a toolbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or having cut parts of their body off with a power tool.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You're
the
not
fun
living
part.
until you sever parts of your body by your own hand. Not on purpose.
And it's super handy. Like this board right here that I just glued this thing to. Like, it would have been impossible for me to make this if I didn't just have a table saw just sitting over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you mean like that? Like a table saw, right?
Ooh, look at you, got a big one.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is a good setup.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I just got scrap pieces of wood and it's laying around. I can do things. I'm not stuck.
You could build the Death Star if you want to.
If I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yes, build a wooden Death Star.
This thing's hard to get together at the last second. That's why it's usually never finished.
You have to assemble it before you paint it?
I think I am, yeah. Because it's just so hard to actually put together. It's not really hard. It's just like the last. I'm probably doing it wrong. I can never get. I can get it to this point.
I'm gonna put it together in quarters instead of putting it together in halves.
I'm gonna burn it.
You need like a foam spear and like put like some like fishing wire through it. That way you can hang it up after you're done. You know, you just hang it up in your
Make a piñata after.
pretty much. Then when you hit it with a ball, all the stormtroopers fall out.
That would be cool.
That was a bad thing.
That would be cool.
I wonder if anyone's ever done that.
Yeah, I have seen Death Star piñatas.
Oh, I'm not from like.
I live close to East LA, so yeah.
So they have a lot. What other kind of piñatas do they have?
I've seen all kinds of different piñatas.
They have like little white guy piñatas.
They do. They have Trump piñatas. They have. I've even seen a piñata of Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa.
Oh, nice. Why would it? Is he still your mayor?
Nope. But they still got piñatas.
Cool.
Ex-Mexican President Vicente Fox. They still have piñatas of him.
Do they have Obama pinatas?
Yep, they did.
Oh.
LA
I want everyone to be represented.
They don't discriminate. They want your money.
We're pianos of all of them.
Yeah.
I want
Say
to.
I've actually seen in Hawthorne. I was making a delivery. I seen a Whoopi Goldberg pinata.
That's got to be wrong in somewhere.
Nope.
If a Whoopi Goldberg pinata is wrong, I don't want to be right.
No. If it was wrong, it would have been like a Ted Danson.
Yeah.
When he was dating Whoopi Goldberg, when he did that whole shtick.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think he wants everyone to forget about that.
Well, I think I'm not putting the Death Star together today.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You know what these look like? Little moon bases.
Yeah, a pair of moon bases, yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the tabs right here got broken.
Are they fake or are they real moon bases?
I think they're real.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
All right.
Okay. See ya.
Take care, JP.
Good talk to you, Risey. P.S.
Good talking to you too, mate.
Mikey, John, Rick,
Yeah.
Good night, JP.
and see you later. I'm gonna close that.
Alrighty. The robots are looking pretty good there, Rick.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't find a good picture of the new one's legs, so
Make them up.
I guess I could.
Do it cool.
All right, if this will help you, Google search the Geth for Mass Effect. That may give you a better idea for the legs, because that's what that one always reminds me of.
Mass Effect what?
Geth, Geth.
Okay, let's see. Let's bring up.
And hopefully it'll show you some legs of them.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I'm getting I'm getting messages from my family, and they're being stupid.
For a second there, I thought you Rule 34 the Geth of Mass Effect.
Okay,
I'll
John,
be
what'd
back
you
in
do
1
this
second. I'm
time?
just getting a drink.
What'd you do this time, John?
What did I do about what? No, they want me to solve their problems. I can't solve nobody's problems.
First, I thought they were accusing you of something. Oh, wait a minute. They're accusing you of being smart.
Everybody's saying, ask John, ask John. Don't ask me nothing. Leave me out of everything.
Like I said, they're accusing you of being smart.
Probably your wife got them doing it.
Probably.
With you going on the stream here about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So you got any videos in the works right now, Ryan? Where is he?
Where is he?
Sorry. Just went to grab a drink.
Figures. My bad timing. I'm just saying, you got any videos in the works, or?
Not really. I kind of did one of a slight comic review this morning, but I haven't put it up. But I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to because I wasn't really happy with it. I've got to redo it because I swore in it.
Ah,
Well, big deal. You swore in it. Big deal. Most
Yeah, I
of us
know.
do.
I just don't want to have people write in the comment section going, "Oh, my kid's saying this, blah blah blah." I'm like, oh, why are you not monitoring your kid?
Good question.
But yeah, I understand. Like, it's kind of my responsibility too, to be careful about what I say, and out loud and things. I've taken down. I did a few videos back in the past that I took down because I had my mum see them. She's like, "You can't have that on the internet." I'm like, all right, whatever. Even though I don't live with her anymore, so I still cop stuff, get messages and saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, yeah, all right, mum.
Have you lost your mind? Who do you think you are posting trash like this?
Yeah, well, my mates thought it was bloody funny. It was just I was ripping on the X-Men Red series that Tom Taylor did. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it was mostly tongue in cheek, but my mum was worried that people would think I was being serious, and she doesn't really understand how the internet works because I think my little sister or one of them knocked on me. Well, they're not little; she's 18, but she watches a lot of YouTube too. So I think she must have come across it and went whinging.
Yeah. We came across it and told mom.
Yeah, I'm 30, living out of home and still getting knocked on. I'm like, Mum, that you got 5 other kids. Worry about them. But I love her, so I still listen.
Yeah. We know you do, but.
Now, I know you won't know them, but do you watch I think it's How Ridiculous channel?
No, I don't think I've heard of that one.
I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of guys from either Australia or New Zealand. They toss stuff off this tower, all sorts of wacky.
No, I have seen that. I didn't know they were Australian. I watched it without audio once. Just when
I think they're Australian or New Zealand by their accent. I could be wrong.
I'll have to ask my brother. He follows a lot of actual Australian YouTubers and stuff. The only reason I don't is they're all around me. I'm like, why would I want to watch one when I can go talk to one? I'm like, that's why I watch Americans and Canadians and everyone else, I'm like, I love the different culture.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it's a cool channel, how they toss all these great bowling balls down onto cars and trampolines and all that. So
Yeah, the one I seen had like thousands and thousands of views, and I was like, at first I was thinking, who would watch this? And I was like, well, I'm watching it. I was like, of course, anyone will watch it.
I'm subscribed to that on my other channel, my Pied Piper one. Not on my Cross Comics one, but still pretty good. What other channels do you watch? You all of you actually. What other channels do you watch besides art stuff?
It depends on what I'm in the mood to watch.
I mean, like on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta think about it.
Like
anybody was watching Army, which did the Man at Arms Reforged.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Anybody watched Kill 'Em?
No.
No.
Okay.
I watch a lot of like animated music videos and stuff like that because I used to make them myself, but for some reason they'd always be struck down off my channel, so I just stopped after a while.
Uh,
I like watching the superhero beatdown stuff.
No, I've
Oh
watched
yeah,
that.
that
That's
stuff's
pretty good.
great.
That stuff that's good.
yes. I watch that for the, all that sort of stuff. Oh, what's the name of it? A Screw Attack.
Yeah, Death Battle. Yeah.
Oh,
Willie Reed says he watches a lot of cartoons.
You can
cool.
find that stuff on YouTube sometimes.
He watches a lot of cartoons, huh? You got to be a little more specific when you say cartoons.
Yeah, because South Park is a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have. There's this one channel I watch a lot because it's these two young girls, and they are very talented musicians. And they're, I don't know why, I was just like scrolling one day, I found them, and I was like, they're really good. I mean, I used to play a lot, and I'm like, they're way better than me. And they're like, like one I think is like about middle school, and the other one's a little girl, like little, and I'm like, wow. And I was like, yeah. And it's like they just played like the rock band thing or whatever it is with the real guitar, and I'm like, they're really good.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah. That and sometimes I like watching people review new musical gear when it comes out. Like once every almost once a year, there's like always new gear coming out. So it's like I just like to like watch people play new guitars, new amplifiers and stuff. What's new? What's new in the music industry?
Sorry, my bad. Trying to shut that off.
No problem. Can't hear anything. So,
Oh, good.
or at least I couldn't, anyways.
No, I was just trying to find the chick that I watched on YouTube. She's called Lindsay Sterling. She plays the violin, but she's really bloody good at it. Didn't know I liked violin music till I started listening to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's one guy. He's hilarious. Rob Scalion or whatever, and he just like he plays like the old rain or like banjo country, but it's like to old metal bands.
Bluegrass.
Yeah, he'll do a bluegrass version of like Slayer. It's hilarious. It is very hilarious. He's a really
I'll
good
have to look that
musician.
up later.
It's like Rob Scalion or something. It's like banjo metal or something.
Oh.
That guy's good. There's this other one I like to watch called Townsend's. Totally different thing. It's a guy who lives somewhere up north, but not too far north. But he dresses and lives like he's living the days of a pilgrim. And he teaches you how pilgrims did everything back then, like cooking and such. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Definitely.
Yeah, like I learned how to actually did learn one recipe which I never knew you could do was you take a lime and you peel off the peel, you dice it up, you boil it, take it out, boil it again with new water, keep boiling it like I don't know, like 10 minutes for like 5 times for 10 minutes or whatever. You take them, then they're done. Then you sprinkle real thick sugar on it, the real sugar cane sugar, and it becomes a gummy you can eat.
Cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's time consuming.
Well,
Takes
fellas,
forever.
I'm gonna say goodnight. And I'll see you all later.
All right, man.
Take care, Mighty
Later.
Geek.
All right, man. Take care.
Good
Okay.
talking to you. So did you just watch Lost in Space recently, Rick?
No.
Oh, I was just
Well,
wondering.
yeah, I know because I'm doing Lost in Space. No, I last week, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I couldn't figure out what to do for my sci-fi night, so I went and looked up sci-fi TV series, right? And I got a list. Well, there was a list of 100 of them. I didn't take all 100 because some of them were like, okay. I even chose some that I thought were okay. I don't really consider this sci-fi. Like last week, I did Alf. I'm not sure whether you know what Alf is. Alf was a sitcom show from the
Elf,
80s.
the little troll-looking dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the puppet.
I slightly remember him.
But yeah, I went and drew him. But I never really thought of that show as sci-fi. But
I
it
didn't
was
know it
on
was
the.
sci-fi.
But just because he's an alien, it's considered sci-fi.
That makes sense. I never put much thought into Elf. I didn't.
Well,
Yeah, just because I was a little kid when he was out. So I think as I got older, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, same here. I knew he was around. I got all 4 seasons of the TV show on DVD, but I never thought of it. I thought of it more as a comedy show, sitcom show, but it's because there's an alien in it. It's sci-fi technically as well. It's comedy and sci-fi.
It's like Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. Mork and Mindy was on it. Dexter's Laboratory was on this list.
Yeah.
Suppose that would be sci-fi.
Yeah, it's just because of these quote unquote, crazy machines Dexter works up and all that, it's considered sci-fi.
Yeah, apparently you throw a computer in something and it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. You're time traveling with then you actually go to the future and all that stuff, and that's very science fiction. Time travel.
Yeah. So, I got a bunch of them, and Lost in Space was on there, so I figured, this week I do Lost in Space, I didn't, like I said, I didn't take all 100 of them. I took like about 20 of them, maybe 30 that I thought,
Definitely chose a classic, that's for sure. I love this. I love the remake. I didn't see much of the original. I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes over the years.
Yeah.
The movie sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I thought it was good, and I rewatched it when I was a teenager. I was like, oh, jeez.
It's like a lot of things. When
Yeah.
you watch it, you're like, oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, it's best to left it forgotten or remember it as something good.
Yeah. It's just like I rewatched Battle of the Planet. Started rewatching Battle of the Planets, and it's like, okay, I thought this was good when I was a kid, but actually, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for that darn robot in it. 7 Zark 7 and his dumb dog.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
It's Gatchaman. That's what the anime name for it is, Gatchaman. So
outside of Dragon Ball Z, I haven't seen much what's legit anime. I thought I'd seen anime, and then I've spoken to fans of anime, and they're like, "You're not watching anime." Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
And what were the ones you said to them, and they were like, "You're not watching anime"?
Well, I thought like anything that was cartoon, so I said I used to love the X-Men animated series. They're like, no, that's not anime. And now that I've obviously Googled, and this was years ago, what the definition was, yeah, I can see why I was kind of disrespecting them.
Oh, you didn't know.
Wasn't intentional. Wasn't intentional. It's just I wasn't educated on it, so I educated myself. And now I
Yeah,
know
as a kid,
what it is.
as a kid, it was just all cartoons, right?
Yeah, that's how I considered it.
You know, because I never thought of Robotech or G-Force as anime, you know, till quite recently, till I realized, you know, they were Japanese animation, which makes them anime. I was like, okay.
Well, and that's why I think I threw Dragon Ball Z in with all the other cartoons, just because it was animated, and I was like, well, I didn't know the difference back then because I think I was like 13, and my mate, well, he told me all about it. And I was like, all right. And he was a huge anime fan. I went around his house one day, he had heaps of action figures. I was like, damn, man, this is great. So jealous.
Oh, speaking of action figures, although it's not.
Yeah, I seen your shelf, man. That's on point.
Okay, where did you learn the phrase "on point"?
I don't know. I'm kind of like a sponge with words sometimes. I pick them up and I think I just use the ones I like. I watch a lot of weird stuff.
Oh, well. Yeah, he's got a nice collection. Just noticed it's gotten bigger too.
Yeah, and that's not all everything I have either.
No, I remember you telling me you had that huge trunk one night.
Yeah, I've only got it like a quarter to half, maybe empty, maybe a third.
That's so cool.
Nice.
I'm going to be putting a shelf up here and putting a bunch of stuff on there. I got my DCs, some of my DCs. I can't see it.
Oh, nice.
So, trying to work it slowly all out, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, no, that setup's really good though now, man.
Yeah.
Let me see. Have you ever thought about putting like a piece of wood underneath it, and then making another piece of wood on top of that, but making it like 2 inches shorter than the previous one, so that they have tiers and you can actually see all of them displayed at once? So they kind of stand like an inch taller than the one before them. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think I get what you mean. Platform it?
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Somebody's yelling at me. Hold on a second.
I think it's John. Come back here. Quit drawing D&D stuff.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Yeah, I could do that. Do sort of a platformish thing there. But
yeah, like for
it's
instance, like look at these canvases that I have here. Like if you were to lay like one down, and then the next one like this, and then like this all the way back, like terracing it, so that you have one row here, the next row behind it, like that, higher and higher.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the one shelf I'm going to put is going to be right here. I'm not sure that. So it'll come across here, attached to there. That way I can have my desk for all my markers and all that where they're easy to reach. And then all the toys up above. And
Oh
posters.
yeah.
And of course, more stuff will go on there too. I'm slowly working everything out.
No, I get you. That stuff takes time, definitely. Where are my little cups? I used to have a whole stack of little cups. I tell you, you stop crafting for like a month, and all of a sudden, all your stuff gets scattered to the wind.
Your wife steals it?
Yeah, probably. Oh, you know what? Yeah, she did. Never mind. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much new sci-fi stuff to watch on anywhere because, like, to me, it feels like there's not really much new stuff sci-fi. I mean, there's that stuff that was on Sci-Fi Channel, but I don't really like the Sci-Fi Channel anymore.
Yeah, it's becoming not a lot sci-fi from what I hear.
And the ones that they did that have that were good, they've canceled it.
Some good stuff that they had the last couple of years was Killjoys and Dark Matter.
And Dark Matter got canceled.
Yeah. Did they have a season of Killjoys this summer?
Yeah, they still did. Well, they kept Killjoys for the reason why they for one reason, they own it. They didn't own completely Dark Matter. Dark Matter was like a second property ownership, so they weren't making they wouldn't make enough money on merchandising, so they just and licensing, so they decided no.
Yeah. What was I going to say about that? There was actually a part of an episode of Dark Matter filmed here, and I don't know what episode, but
Nice.
I was. Well, this was like a couple years ago, probably for the last season, and I was walking by this place, and it said, filming for Dark Matter, and I'm like, okay.
Nice.
And it was a warehouse type thing, so.
That's cool, man.
A lot of stuff gets filmed here in Hamilton.
I mean, it's
So-
cheap to record and film in Canada. Like one of my favorite shows I used to like to watch was Psych, and it was I think it was filmed in British Columbia.
What show?
Psych.
So I can't say I've ever heard of it.
It used to be on the USA channel. It was about a guy pretending to be a fake psychic detective. It was a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, I think it was like nobody gave him a job as an actual detective, even though he was a stellar detective.
Yeah.
But if he pretended to be a psychic, everybody would hire him.
My favorite episode was like I think from the first or second season. It was the Comic-Con episode, and it's George Takei or Takai or whatever they call him, George Takei, and it's just they call him, you know what? Screw you, Chekhov. He's like, it's Sulu, dang it.
Oh my!
Oh my! That was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, that guy sure did ride out that celebrity for all it was worth, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, they have a lot of celebrities that popped in and out. They actually are. They did a movie for it last year, and they said they're going to do like 4 more movies over the years.
A movie for what? Psych?
Yeah, they did. Last year around Christmas time, they did Psych, the movie for HBO. I mean, for USA. And they said that they have enough material to do like 4 or 5 more, and they are going to keep doing more of them.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay, I found my little Dixie cup. That's fine.
Nice.
How did you spell that? How do you spell that movie? Psych.
It's like psych.
Like PSYCH.
Yeah.
Jeez. Looking it up.
Yeah, the guy who was Psych, he's on this new TV show. I keep seeing the commercials for called A Million Little Things or something. I don't know. It looks stupid. And the other guy, who's the detective, he's known best probably for Starship Troopers, and he was in the Woody Woodpecker movie, the new one.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm using a mixture of a little bit of water and mostly black Mars black paint, and I am painting liberally the over the cobblestones.
We can't see where you're painting. Oh, now we can.
Like this. I'm just putting a nice heaping helping of it and pushing it, using the brush to push the paint into the crevices.
Okay.
So that way, when I start going over it, as you can see, like this with the other colors, you'll have that black inside all the cracks.
Nice. Oh, I forgot to mention that the other famous guy that was on Cyclist in Major Leagues. Yeah, the father, he was, what's his name? Corbin Burnson.
Corbin Burnson.
Yeah. See, I would watch Psych, and my mother would always look at it because she never watched that show, and she would say, "Oh, that's the priest guy. That's my mom, big soap opera fan. She's like, that's Miss Chancellor's son." And, well, it was in real life, yeah. She liked that. What do you call it? Not As the World Turns stuff. What is that thing called? Bold and Beautiful, whatever those daytime soaps
The
are.
Brave and the Bold.
I don't know, something like
No,
that.
Bold and Beautiful, I think it is.
That's
Or
one of
Young and Restless.
Yeah. Does your mom watch those shows?
No, but I've had other women friends that have. Well, my mom used to watch soap operas, but
I don't
not
know.
anymore. Hers were like Another World, All My Children, which I think are both off the air now.
Yeah.
That's weird. My mom never liked that stuff. She liked to watch Judge Judy and Matlock.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, it pops out really nice. It looks like very 3D-ish now since you're filling in the cracks.
Yeah. This is the stuff that your crafting DMs go through just to have a game. But it ends up looking really good when you start putting in all of the what do you call it? The layers on top of it. Because after this dries, then you go over it and you dry brush with grays and earth tones and stuff. Like this main walkway coming in here. I don't know if you can see it with these little squares.
Yeah.
This is going to be mostly reddish brown. But all of these cobblestones are going to be just shades of gray. Because this is where the main battle is going to be happening. In this little plaza here. There's going to be a 3D statue right here. A fountain with statuary in the middle.
Cool.
This is a well that I'm going to build up around with actual little bricks. So that it's an actual well that people can fall into or use, whichever way they feel like using. Or not use. And or hide behind, whatever they feel like doing. Then all these white areas that are left are going to be actual buildings. But I'm not going to build them up in 3D. I'm just going to do the interiors of the building, the first floor. So for instance, let's say a battle's happening here. There is a window here. The person gets knocked through the window. You can actually have an inside.
That'll be cool.
House battle.
Are you going to stream it when you have the game?
Yeah.
Sweet.
But I'm going to try to get actually all of the gatekeepers to play. And we're going to do 5e rules, but we're going to play with our own original characters.
Okay.
So Dungeons and Dragons style, and but Rick Piper will probably be playing with the Canadian Shield. But we'll all be level 1, so we got to be not OP at all, Rick Piper.
Not OP, overpowered. So, okay, what would level 1 be? I don't know any of this stuff, you know.
Well, for instance, when you play, you have what's called a character sheet. And a character sheet tells you what your character's strengths and weaknesses are. For instance, your character, the Canadian Shield, would not necessarily have a high rank in magical knowledge, correct?
Yeah.
So his arcana, which is like magical knowledge, would be very low on his skill. So if he came into a problem and he tried to figure it out, he would not, no matter what he rolled, have any kind of ability to solve the problem using magical knowledge.
Yeah.
So let's say you have an issue where you come across a fountain that's glowing with like little sparkles of blue. and little dots of glowing blue embers are coming out of the fountain, and you want to know what's going on. So I tell you, okay, well, you got to roll a dice. So you roll a dice, and depending on how you roll, good or bad, is whether or not you figure out what's going on.
Uh-huh.
That is the entire premise of the game. You want to do something, tell me what you want to do. I make you roll, and if you roll good, you get to do it.
So since we're going to be doing this, are we going to like maybe have a digital dice to roll?
Yeah. You can actually download it right now, just on your phone, like a little. It's called a D20, and it has a bunch of different dice. Or I can just roll for you guys over here at my house. I don't know.
Just one quick thing. Brother Joshua just showed up. Hey, everybody. Hail Raven. Hail Raven, Joshua.
Brother Joshua's always showing up at the right time.
Yeah.
Always saying the right thing.
Let's see here.
Joshua and Raven crack me up every day. I love those guys.
Oh, yeah, they're brutal.
I know some of the stuff, man.
Especially on Midnight Cherry TV.
Oh, man. It's brutal in there sometimes with Raven.
So when are you wanting to do this whole thing anyways?
Whenever people have the time. And whenever I finish building this set. I'm not in no rush.
I'm just more thinking so figuring out the character sheet as you put it.
Oh no, I'll make your character sheet for you. Because you'll probably cheat.
I won't cheat.
I know how you are.
I might need somebody to help me to make a character sheet, or I have to go online to make it for the guy. Whichever one I choose.
Whichever one you choose. Always trying to subvert expectations, aren't you, Rick?
Yep.
Like Ryan Johnson over here.
Well, I'm just thinking one of three of my characters. Canadian Shield,
So
Insecto, or maybe the Wiz.
Well, I never even heard of the Wiz, so pick a Canadian Shield or Insecto. Because people are going to get mad if you play with somebody they never heard of.
I've said a lot. I've said stuff about them.
Yeah, but you have not spoken about them at length.
Hey, John, I sent you a tweet. Check this out.
All right. Let me sit down here. Ah, very nice.
Joshua.
I'm on my brother's computer, Josh. This is his profile name, I think. Young Cynic or Cynical Light, whichever one it usually is.
Did you post a tweet and then just at me in it?
Yeah, I'll put you at J Dillard GTS.
Okay. Stand name Rando because I'm OP but stupid AF.
Well, look at his tree. Look at his little D&D tree. Read intelligent where you got F at. You'll see.
Yeah, I see it.
It's brilliant, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you put all your stats in everything but one. No, actually, that's from a comic this guy does. It's called We Live in an MMO, or I Live in an MMO, and there's this part where they level up, and they all start putting their points in the wrong stuff. Where they'll, like for him, he puts everything into strength, so he becomes completely mentally retarded. Basically, he says, "No, we'll fix it." So they lower his strength and raise his intelligence back up just a little bit, and he's like back to normal. And the other guy, he's like, "I'm going to put it all intelligence." The wizard, so his head grows to the sky, and then they fix that for him. And then the other guy's like, "Well, I'm a ninja, so I'm going to put all my stuff into my speed." And then it's like he turns to dust because he has no defense, so they have to fix it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a little joke in that, making fun of D&D stats.
Yeah, Rick, it doesn't got to be that complicated. Just can just be very simple. I don't expect everybody to like learn how to play D&D first try. So I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna be fudging a lot of stats. I'm gonna be fudging a lot of things. So
No, my
don't gotta get
character is
crazy.
named Marcus Wade. My weapon?
Nice.
Oh,
It's terrible. You're gonna have a
Yeah,
familiar
fun.
named Mark Zaid.
No, that's his stand power. His spell. I summon Mark Zaid. He has lawsuit. Epic win.
That's looking good there, John.
I gotta stand up to do this. I have to be able to see down into the cracks.
Yeah, stare at it like a plumber working on your pipes.
Yeah.
You don't really want to look at it, but you unfortunately have to.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of the stuff you can buy online, like those full built pieces you can put together to make your own D&D dungeons and stuff.
Yeah, the Dwarven Forge and the Hearst Arts and all that stuff.
Yeah, I see a lot of those ads on my Facebook, and I would just click to look at it, and I would look at the price, and like, yeah, I don't D&D enough to need that.
Like, maybe in another life.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, hit the lotto, and then I'll just have like this cool setup.
I always imagine that, like having a basement just set up with every single piece of terrain you can have.
I had thought about that when I was like a kid, and back when you could actually get Gundam model kits in Walmart, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna like make it look like a battlefield. I'm gonna just like sit it here, and I'm like, one of two things happened. Couldn't find what I wanted. What I found was like to do it and all that stuff was just too crazy. And three, well, you can't really find those model kits now, anyways.
Yeah.
In America.
I was telling JP what I really want now is I want to buy this curio cabinet. It's just a regular modern curio cabinet, like this black metal with each tier has a 12 by 14 piece of glass, like a display case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want a 12 by 14 model or a diorama of all the cartoons and properties that I really like. Like I want one to just a piece, like a little cutout, 12 by 14 style of a Pikachu fighting a Kingler in the middle of a stadium. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like a little diorama, and then another one with like the foot running down the street and like a sewer cap open and turtles popping out of it and like a little cityscape. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. And
then maybe Lord Krulos and maybe Youngstar battling with the Dino Riders. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
If I could have like just 5 of those, that'd be great. Be like, this is my complete and finished collection. That's all I need.
I remember when I first started collecting clicks, I only wanted like a set amount of X-Men, and then I was like, well, get a couple Avengers to go with them, and then so on and so on and so on. Now my room's bloody full of it. That was 5-6 years ago.
I got this one friend, I think he has like one of every Pops figurines.
Damn, where would he keep them?
That's his whole room. It's his whole place, just about.
Wow.
Yeah, his prized possession is, which he got lucky, because like certain Pops, they make them so limited that they're worth a lot of money. So he got Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta with the original color he had from which was like the red hair and the greenish.
No.
That brownish hair?
Oh, whatever it was. Yeah, the weird hair. Yeah, he had that weird brownish red hair, and he had that green armor. before they changed it before he hit Earth. They made a pop figurine there. It was so rare. He spent, I think, $250 for it, but he said that, and his quote was the dumb A. And mocking the guy, he's like, the idiot that was selling it, he said he had 2 zeros off. It should have been 25 grand. So he got it for 250.
Okay.
$250. Then this is what he did. He went to whatever con it was, and he got Christopher Sabat to sign it. The guy who voices Vegeta.
Oh, wow.
So the
It'll be worth a bit.
It's be worth more. Now I told him, it's like, now you just got to get Brian Drummond, the guy who voiced Vegeta from the original English. He was like, I will. It's gonna be worth even more money.
Mhm.
I only have like 3 of those pop figurines. I don't really like collecting too much of those things. They're cool, but
I've got a few because it went for a few months where I was buying them non-stop. I don't know why. Sometimes I start collecting things and then a few months later I'm like, what the hell have I brought?
well, the ones I got my girlfriend bought me, which was a Dragon Ball Z Vegeta and Bulma and Lemmy from Motorhead.
Yeah, my wife doesn't buy me anything cool. She just buys me socks and stuff that makes me look like an adult.
Yeah. I don't think we've gotten that far into the relationship where it's like that. It's like clothing. It's like we just buy each other geek stuff.
Joshua says, laugh out loud. Rizzy has thousands of hero clicks.
I do. I think of myself like the Grandmaster. I've got to collect them all.
Be right back. I gotta get some paper towels.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
Probably once he cleans it up with the paper towels, it'll look awesome.
Looks like you just like accidentally poured it on there. If it was red, it would look like you killed someone.
It almost looks like a space scene from here. Put a couple planets there, where he's putting the well in that.
If you turn it the other way around, upside down, it looks like that's the moon right there. Oh,
oh, hoy hoy.
Hello.
So you're gonna destroy your space scene there, John?
What?
Said you're gonna destroy your space scene there?
My space scene?
Yeah. It looks from here. You're looking at it. Looks like a planet.
Well, I poured it on there to make sure that all of the cracks get full.
All right.
And then everything in the surface can just come right off. Because that's gonna it just takes extra time to dry anyway, all that stuff on the surface. You want this stuff to dry as fast as possible so you can move on to the next stage as fast as possible.
No, come on. You want it to take all night long.
Do I?
All night long.
All night. All night long.
All night.
There we go. Alright, now if I really wanted to get this going, I'd break out the hairdryer, but I'm cool on that.
So how long do you gotta wait for it to dry?
It normally takes about 30 minutes.
Not bad.
But seeing as it's winter, I don't know.
It'll probably take less, maybe. Oh no, it's cold versus hot, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm out here in the garage with no heat whatsoever, freezing off my tuchus.
Nice.
Well, I've been on for 3.5, well, just under 3.5.
Well, go to bed then, Rick. We'll just go to my channel. What do you think about that?
Sounds good, like a plan for you guys
Yeah.
and me. Unless people don't follow you, of course.
Ooh, burn.
I don't know, Rick.
John.
I'm good.
But no morning show tomorrow. So.
Of course not. No, I can go over to my channel. You guys want to go over to my channel or no?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll come over if you want me to.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, I ain't doing anything else.
All right. So let's go to my channel. Well, Rick, thank you very much for having us on.
Yes, thank you very much, Rick. It was great talking to you too for the first time.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad to have you on here for your first time being on a live stream.
Thank
I'm
you
glad
again.
it was my channel. Another first.
No, ready.
Joshua says, "Why isn't Manny on here?" Because he's watching his kid at some Christmas play, or he was.
It's been 3 hours. He should be done by now, unless it's like, what is it, the Christmas Carol they're reenacting from start to finish?
Who knows? And
Who
he's
knows?
probably going to start up his own stream once he gets home, anyways.
He was saying he was going to earlier in the chat
Yeah.
back when I was in there for ages.
Now you're in the important part on the panel.
I've got my phone open so I can still read the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Well, I don't got my phone, but I got a tablet that I can read the chat on. So,
All right. I'll see you later, Rick.
Well, I was
You
going
can
to say,
find me
PS
over on my channel called John Tiller's Gaming the System, where we're all going to head to right now and continue working on this fantastic, stellar, and dynamic D&D set.
Okay, you want to show for yourself there, Melter?
All right, I guess you'll find me at Twitter at Melter downspace P. Also, you'll find me here on YouTube at PS Melter. That's P.S.Melter.
And yourself, Rizzy.
Yeah, if you want to check out my stuff, just at Risey Lee on most things.
And of course, you can find me here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook under the moniker of Cross Comics. So we will see you tomorrow night when we are interviewing the people from Hero. That's HERO.
Nice.
So have a good night and God bless one and all. Go over to John's channel. He'll be there in 5 minutes?
Yep.
Something like that.
Okay.
Later.